about it, because I was victim blamed, and the abusers made me feel like everything was my fault, So for a very, very, very long time, I had a lot of problems mentally, but I just didn't reach out about it. And then a trigger in 2008, 2000 and, sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Reset. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. I am here with Danielle, and those of you who know her already know who and what she does. So yeah, we'll get straight into it. I am so excited to have you here. If you don't know, she's a singer. So you also write songs?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I do. I'm already getting nervous, man.
It's all right. It's all right. Once the camera starts, it's like something flicks in your head,
Yeah.
and then you get.
Should be back to normal.
Yeah, all good, all good.
go.
All right, tell us a little bit about yourself and how you started your music career.
Well, I mean, it's not
Long
really.
story.
What do you want to know? I mean, my name's Danielle. I'm getting actually really, really tired of telling people where exactly from Papua New Guinea I'm from because I just don't like this whole regionalism thing.
Yeah, true. Regionalism is a big
Yeah, so I'm just gonna say I'm from Papua New Guinea
Yep.
and half white, or well, quarter, something like that. But I'm based in Kokopo. Born there, grew up there. I've got 2 kids, and yeah, I started doing music professionally. I think 2018. But I was involved in music before then. We used to do gigs here and there, and my ex-partner and I also, he's also a musician, so we both did music for a while. And I guess 2018, I thought, all right, I'll try and do it on my own kind of thing. And yeah, I guess it's been been amazing so far.
So I've kind of watched when you performed at what's this, Digital Stars?
No,
way
you
back
did.
when I
Oh
did.
God, I
I
wish
was
I
like,
could get those videos down.
I don't know.
Really?
I was like a small kid because I
wow.
I wanted to like sing as well. Some crazy idea taught me to go
Yeah,
into singing.
yeah.
So I was watching Digital Stars, and man, my brother's like a huge fan of yours.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shout out to you, Steven, if you're watching.
Oh man, that's so mean.
Yeah, but he's we followed you from like Digital Stars days, and then
Wow.
I guess after the show, because there was no social media, we couldn't really.
Yeah. Well,
Follow
I
you.
kind of went off, like, I just disappeared for
Right.
about 10 years. And I think mainly it was because my partner at the time was a musician. So, like, and, we were together and I had the kids. So I thought, my duty was to, like, be his,
okay.
his support. So I kind of pushed him more into it. And then, yeah, it didn't really bother me at that time. So I was like, I'm fine with it. I'll just stay at home kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, and think after we split up, that's when I was like, you know what? I'm doing this shit, It's like 10
time for
years of
me
my
to-
life I've given to someone else. So I'm like, my turn now.
Right.
So yeah, so that's why I disappeared for a long time.
Yeah. But it's nice you try, like you're putting someone else's needs before yourself, and then
Yeah.
it's very honorable. But now I'm glad you come back into the music scene.
Yes, I am too.
How are you finding it so far? Like, I know the music industry in this country lacks certain things.
A lot of things.
Yeah.
It lacks a lot of things. But honestly, it's been a great journey so far. Through music I've been able to sort of reconnect with my roots as well as myself, basically. Like music has always been something I've always done it for myself. I'm just grateful and thankful that other people enjoy my music as well. So it's always been part of my healing, I guess, because I've had a lot of mental health issues
Right.
growing up and coming, and music has always been my go-to because we don't really have a lot of counselors and
Yeah.
psychiatrists here, so music is like, that's it for me kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people can relate to what you're saying because, here, therapy isn't really like a big thing. And
Yeah.
plus, if you have mental issues, the normal thing to tell you is like, oh, go to church, pray. Jesus!
Yes, that's it. Pray about it, or
Yeah.
like.
I'm sorry, are you religious? Like, really?
I'm more
Like,
spiritual than religious,
Right.
but I do believe there is an ultimate. But no, I don't take any
Yeah,
offense to
no,
that. Everyone
because
has their own opinion, so.
I like how you put it. You're more spiritual than religious.
Mm.
Yeah, because like I am aware that like you have a spiritual part of you,
Mm-hmm.
but I think a lot of people bound themselves to religion
Yeah.
because you have certain things, rules, guidelines, what all of that
Yeah.
stuff that you have to follow. And I used to be really religious to a point that I was like youth leader, president.
That makes two of us.
Yeah. And so is it like seventh day? I like grew up SDA, so yeah, I was led into that. But after like leaving or not going to church for a while, and then just sort of doing my own research, reading up on like different books from different
Yeah.
religions,
Yeah.
it sort of gave me like a clearer view on like the whole thing. Like there's a lot of misconception amongst
Yes.
religions.
Oh my gosh, there
'Cause they're-
is.
Not to like throw shade at anybody, but most of these religious organizations are run like businesses,
I mean, in a sense, yes,
Yeah.
of course.
So their aim is like to keep their people, blinded by their laws and all of that stuff. So it's
But hey, they believe it, so we are
Yeah.
not. We can't really judge them. So I mean, it's up to them, kind of thing. But once someone else, once they finally
it's like
find-
once you see it, you see it.
you see, yeah, exactly.
You can't
that's it, I get
really
it.
you can't really explain it to
Yeah,
someone.
yeah,
Because if you do, then they'll be like, "Oh yeah, you're an atheist."
yeah,
You're
pretty
like,
much.
You're a fucking psychopath. You watch it. Sorry.
No, I get it. Completely get it.
But tell me a little bit about like the mental challenges that you went through.
Okay, so this is actually a pretty heavy topic. I've only just started talking about it, and it's basically because it's helped me sort of get over a lot of things that I have gone through. And so basically, as a child, I was sexually abused, 3 different people, from the time I was about maybe 5 up until I was 16. And I never told anyone about it, because I was victim blamed, and the abusers made me feel like everything was my fault, So for a very, very, very long time, I had a lot of problems mentally, but I just didn't reach out about it. And then a trigger in 2010, I believe, was my grandfather. He was the closest person I had. Like, he was one of my best friends, and he passed away when I was coming back from Australia for school holidays. But I didn't know, and I was due to arrive the day he passed away, and my flight got canceled or something, so I had to go the next day and then find out, he had already passed. And that was a huge trigger for me. So I just went into a depression dive, and ended up attempting suicide, ended up in hospital for like 2 weeks or something. And then, I was on antidepressants for about a year, seeing a counselor in Australia. And then it's just like, mentally, I just could not deal with it. So I told my parents, I'm done. So I left Australia, came back home, went to school here, and then I met my ex-partner. And at the time, I wasn't very aware of, who I was as an individual, and how I was basically looking for a savior,
Okay, yeah.
So when I met him, I was like, this is it. He's a nice guy. That's it. I'm settling. So I jumped into that relationship, and then over the years, just sort of like doing a lot of self-work and stuff, I'm starting to realize who I am, as an individual. And like, I still have problems here and there, but I'm more equipped now to deal with them. I can feel when I'm having an episode coming on. And I mean, when I resigned from my job, last month, first time in my life I've had an anxiety attack.
Oof.
I was a mess. I was just like, I don't know I thought I was having a heart attack.
Yeah.
So I drove myself to the hospital. I'm like, you guys need to check me now.
Something wrong.
Yeah, because I
get
didn't
you.
know what was happening. But like, now I do know. I'm like, okay, Danny, don't overreact. Don't call the ambulance for nothing. You're fine. But so there's quite a few issues that, I've gone through, and I'm just glad that honestly, I'm just glad that I'm still here to talk about it, because I've met a lot of people that have had similar experiences, and I've been able to help them sort of come out about it. So that's a blessing to me. I'm very grateful
Yeah, it
for that.
is. You're such a strong woman, honestly. Like I had no idea about you, like that part of your life, and
Yeah.
to be able to share it shows how far you've come as a person.
Yes.
And like it's amazing, honestly, no words.
Thank you.
What was some of the thoughts that kept you going during those dark times?
Honestly, my kids. And then before I had my kids, before I had my kids, it would have been music. I swear, like, no joke, it was music. Like, there'd be times when I would listen to Simple Days, Babyface. That always brings back a really good memory for me, when I was growing up, and it was just my dad and I, and this was before all the work, and it was like, we had our own lives. Dad and mom were just starting out, kind of thing, and that was the song he played, and it was a happy place for me. So, like, when I'd have my dark times, I would listen to that song or a few other songs that always brought back a happy place for me. And it would lift my spirit, like, at least a little bit, just enough to sort of keep me going.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely music before my kids.
That's so good. That's so good, honestly. So, like, music was something that was tied to an emotion, to a good place
Yes.
in your head that you went back to in
Yes.
times of need. So it was like therapy for you,
Pretty much.
basically.
Yeah.
That's mate. Honestly, I'm just you're just blowing me away right now. It's so amazing what you.
Sorry, not
No,
a
you've
lot
come
of
so
people
far.
know
I'm
that,
so proud
yeah.
of you, honestly. Like, there's a lot of people who might or have gone through what you have and
Yeah.
didn't come out the other end, And
Exactly.
to
And
be
it's
able to do
scary
what
how
you,
many people are out there that go through the same sort of experiences, It's just like mind blowing. The more I share, the more people come forward about their stories. And some of their stories are just like, I get so emotional. I'm like, how did you, I just don't get it. Like, how they survived it, it's crazy.
Where else have you, like, is there any other platform that you shared this story before?
I had a brief interview on Instagram with Susa Talk with Jules.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so brief interview on that. But this is probably the first time where I've actually, like, given a full description, or not a description, a full detailed, recount, I guess, of what happened and stuff. And it's actually like a bit of a difficult conversation. It used to be a very difficult conversation for my family and I to have, because I think, my parents carried a sense of, I don't know whether I think it was guilt that they couldn't tell what was going on. And I remember my mother and I sitting down a couple of weeks ago or a few months ago, and we were talking about it. And I told her, I said, I've come to the point in my life where I don't blame you, and you shouldn't blame yourself, because these things happen. As much as you protected me, I'm so grateful that you're my parents. You guys are an amazing, amazing couple, and amazing, like, you've just done so much for us. But yeah, you shouldn't blame yourself for this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, parents, their parents, they look out for our well-being, and not necessarily, like, you're a parent yourself, so you would know, like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just, but you get it.
I get it.
So going through, like, using that as your anchor and would you say this is your anchor to, like, writing music and creating music that would help people who are in similar situations or going
Yeah.
through tough times?
I think I used to be very scared to write personal songs, because there's a lot of darkness inside of me. You know what I mean? And it takes effort to try and shine a light instead of letting that darkness out, kind of thing. If you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always shy away from writing personal songs, but, like, recently I'm starting to sort of dive into the idea of actually getting it out more, no matter how dark it is. But
Yeah,
it's
you
something,
should, because
yeah.
it's totally relatable. Like,
Exactly.
and it's empowering too for you to use your darkness.
Yeah.
As
It
a
just,
way to shine a light on people,
it gets a little bit too much. I've started trying to write about, certain things, and it gets very overwhelming sometimes. It's like,
It's a recap,
yeah, and it just sends me right back, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, get a hold of yourself, kind of thing.
But you shouldn't rush into it, like pace and then.
Oh, trust me, it's been in the works for like 2 years, so I'm taking my sweet time with this one.
Take your time. Take all the time you
Yeah.
need. You journal? Like
Oh,
write stuff
I'm
down?
very like it's on and off. When I need to, I will. I've got a book that doesn't have dates in it, so when I need to journal, I will sit there and I will write.
Yeah.
When I'm having a good day, it's like journal. It's
Yeah,
like, you
journal,
can
wait.
wait for me. When I'm feeling down, I'll
I'll
come
write
back.
on you later.
Yeah, pretty much.
I've been actually doing that lately. I thought I was the only one, and then shit. Thank you. People do that too.
But it's very therapeutic.
Yeah, it
don't
is.
you?
It is.
Yeah.
Because like sometimes I scare myself with the stuff I write down on the journal.
I get
And I'm
that.
like, whoa, like what?
This is
Like
insane.
it's
Yeah.
Sometimes it just blows me away, but then I'm grateful for when I write it down because it's like, for me, it's therapeutic, right? So I write it down. Or I make a video and I never post the video.
I've actually done that, and voice recordings.
Yeah.
Like I've done that. I've got a couple of voice recordings, and it popped up on my playlist one time. I was like, "What the heck was that?" Because I think I was like, I was going through my separation. I was so angry at my ex at the time, and I wanted to like lash out. So I just pressed record, and I was like, And then it automatically played on like a couple of weeks ago on the radio. I was like, "Oh my god, what the heck is that?" But I uploaded it quickly into a hidden folder. I'm like, you just stay there for the dark days, man.
Yeah, no, but it's a good outlet. Like, especially if you're trying to, get out angry stuff.
Yeah.
Or some depressing thoughts or dark thoughts or whatever.
Exactly.
Just write it down. As long as your brain gets it out,
Yeah.
it clears it up, so you can, focus on other things, more important things. And then the good thing that you did too was that you wrote it. You recorded yourself instead. If you sent it to him, like there would have been a whole other strain of.
Yeah, that's a mess I don't want to be a part. I'll be like, no. I wouldn't have sent it.
Because that's the thing. Like a lot of times, life happens to us, but then our reactions fuck it up.
Yeah,
'Cause
true.
how we react to things lead to situations that we shouldn't have been in the first place. But it's because we reacted to it that way that it happened that way.
Stuck there, kind of thing. Yeah, no, that's so
Yeah, because I've been learning that like the hard way, and that's just how we learn. You leave, you make mistakes, you learn, you grow as a person, and then you overcome the challenges you face.
exactly.
Going back to the music part,
Yes.
what do you think about the current streaming platforms that Digicel and I think Vodafone recently got into that? I'm not sure if you heard about
Oh,
it.
the
but
Sing Sing app.
they have
Oh,
no, they have something. It's called I forgot what it's called. Something
Is it the
Jams?
one that's Jams. Why did I say
Jams,
Sing
yeah.
Sing?
I don't know. Well, Sing Jams, talk pitching.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Jams. Yeah. I've seen them. I don't know. I haven't actually got enough information about it because I'm kind of content with the platform I'm using at the moment. I use DistroKid to, share my music, and like they basically cover iTunes, Spotify.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so you pay a yearly membership, and then every time you upload a song, if you want the add-ons, you pay extra. If you don't, it's fine. And they'll automatically distribute to Tidal, I think Pandora, iHeartRadio, like every single platform.
DistroKid?
DistroKid.
This DistroKid.
Distro, yep.
Wow, I gotta find that out because I'm only familiar with Anchor FM.
Okay.
Yeah, Anchor is like a similar distributing platform where there's Google, iTunes, Spotify,
Yeah,
all of
okay.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's free. You don't pay.
I've heard of that, but I'm a little bit skeptical. Sorry,
But
I mean,
like-
nothing ever really comes free,
Exactly,
so it's like there's a catch.
I'm not sure if they have like a paid platform yet, but to link on DistroKid, do you link your accounts to it to like?
You can link. I think especially your YouTube because that's YouTube Music comes under that. But you can link your Spotify accounts, everything else there. So I've done that, and it's about I think it's $19 a year which works out to be what, 60 kina?
Yeah,
about
around
65
there,
kina.
yeah.
So I mean, it's pretty affordable, like considering you can upload unlimited number of singles in
Oh,
a
that's
year.
nice. Yeah, $19 is
Exactly.
it's a good investment. Yeah. If you take it as an investment, do you like make income from that?
Yes, actually, I did. I started collecting income last year. So
Nice.
I mean, it's not much, but it's
Yeah.
better than nothing,
It is, yeah.
I'm like a couple of $100 there. Hey, why not? So,
So what's the payment gateway that they use?
you link up your bank account.
Okay.
Yeah, you link up your bank account.
So
to
BSP Direct, not PayPal.
No, or what do you mean? Like when you're paying or when
No, yeah. Well, when you're paying, you use your BSP Visa.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
we do.
So that's the same process when
Pretty
they pay
much,
you.
yes.
Ah, that's so easy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like it's.
And it's kept in your DistroKid account.
Okay.
So it's not like with APRA, they automatically pay you like every quarter or something, which I hate because sometimes the money goes there and I'm like, I didn't even know and I spent it. So it's like, goddamn. But with DistroKid, it sits there until we're ready to withdraw.
Ah, that's nice. Yeah, that's
awesome.
definitely nice. Yeah.
And they don't use the money collected for your fees.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's distro. You're not sponsored by them. Yo, good job. Because I've been like recently getting into like talking to musicians and trying to understand how this whole game works. Because in PNG, there's not a lot of like, it's not really well marketed or well invested in.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people putting money into the music industry. There's not a lot of frequency in concerts. There's not like stadiums booked out for PNG artists.
Exactly.
Except when some white guy comes over there, we'll be like, oh my God, book a stadium. It's so unfair for us PNG musicians. And I mean, no disrespect to the big stars out there that do book big concerts and go, perform overseas. I'm so proud of like their progress. But I'd like to see a point where we have a good support system for musicians in the country, because like you guys put in all like this is everything, like, your heart and your soul, and you pour it into the music. And the thing I hate is people just sharing music, bro.
I know, I hate it. I've got family members that constantly like, "Ay, a new plus song come out, okay, WhatsApp come." Nigga. Sorry, excuse me. No, but it's like, dude, like, hello, you know how much it cost me to record this one single? It's 500 kina for the studio fee. Then I gotta pay the, additionals for DistroKid. Like, kona hari, mem kwanto yata solo stream him lo YouTube, yeah? Like at least.
Exactly, yeah. That's why I started doing this. I don't have music on my phone. I only listen.
I do the same.
Because people come get my phone, they're like, "Oh, what kind of music do you have?" My WhatsApp, like, no, I only listen to it online. They're like, what? What are you, some kind of like? I support music. Bro.
Exactly.
Just go listen to it online.
People ask me, they're like, "Oh, can you send me the song?" I'm like, I don't have it. Once it's uploaded to the cloud, I delete it. I don't have a copy on
That's
my
good
phone.
too.
No, I do. I genuinely do. And they're like, "You want to kind of artist? How you do not have your own songs?" First of all, I'm not vain. I don't listen to my own music unless I need to rehearse. Then I'll listen to it.
Also,
but
you
like,
don't listen to your own music.
Not really. Like it kind of, Mr. Sam.
Yeah, it does. Like, no, seriously, because I have that problem too. Like, I record this and then I'm watching it back. Like, who the fuck is this guy talking on the freaking? Yeah, honestly, it gets to me sometimes. Sometimes I like that thing where you hate listening to yourself.
I mean, if I have to, like, I mean, I won't lie. When we're recording a new song, I will listen to it over and over until I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
Just so I know, okay, I've done it as much as, to the best of my abilities. But once the song has been released, because I've heard it so many times, I'm just like, it comes on the radio, I'm like,
oh yeah, that song.
No, please, next, please. I don't like this.
And,
honestly.
it's like, no, it's okay, Jerry, it's okay. You can be a part of the conversation. You don't have to shut up.
True, we're still like really walking around like tiptoeing.
Yeah, because like when the thing shakes.
Oh, sorry. Okay, my bad.
He knows.
Step on the bear.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah, he's. Anyway, where were we?
Fasting.
Fasting,
And
yeah.
PCOS.
It's weird though. Like, do men have that?
PCOS.
Yeah.
It's for over. It's.
Ovaries. We don't have ovaries.
Oh, okay.
I mean.
That's why I didn't finish school. It's like.
Ah.
They can be like, I don't know what it's called. Something can affect your testes and you get low testosterone and
Yeah.
high estrogen, and that affects your hormones as well.
Ah.
Yes.
Adipose tissue like fat, a lot of fat.
I think it's called a thyroid. Thyroid.
It's thyroid, but that's like your whatever the glands.
Yeah.
This is like just affects the gonads.
Oh, okay. Yep.
But
Yep.
like same thing.
Yeah.
Because it affects
Your hormones.
the, yeah.
How do you tell if you have something fucked up in you? I mean.
It's hard. Everyone's a little bit fucked up.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Everybody.
The world is fucked up, honestly. That's the shit that like I've seen on the internet. It's just so crazy.
Yeah.
On Facebook, PNG. Oh, it's a whole other platform. Honestly, it's a whole other platform.
It's
There's a lot of double
very
standards.
toxic.
Yeah.
Very toxic Facebook, honestly.
The whole election thing, the cutting of land, and not that many people actually died from that.
No.
But it just got so blown out of proportion, huh?
Yeah.
But I mean, not saying that it wasn't a bad thing. It was horrible.
was a bad thing,
What
yeah.
happened? Yeah, but
But judging from like when I saw the video, I saw how the bush knives landed, and I'm like, nah, they didn't cut anyone.
But still, that's gotta be traumatizing as hell. Like, I mean, you got a mob of guys swinging bush knives at you. That'll fuck you up.
I mean, for me, I've seen it a lot of times, so it's like, yeah. But because we were like, in the islands, bro, we just swing knives. Yeah.
And that's horrible. I mean,
Yeah, it
it's so
is- it
sad.
is-
It's a toxic cycle.
It's not supposed to be normal because I'm fucked up. You see, it's normal. Because I've seen people like chop people's
Yeah,
hands off.
I know.
And it's hanging by the skin, like flapping and shit. Bro, elections in my village back in, what was it? I was like 5 or 6 when my dad ran for election and we had to witness like some violence and stuff.
Oh,
Bro.
God.
So when I saw that video at VC, I was like, they didn't cut anyone.
I know.
Because if they cut anyone, the knife will actually go in like
Oh, stop.
in the
I get
skin,
it. I get
and
it.
You have to like
Stop! Oh my God.
have to pull
I
it
get
out.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. You know, let's not get descriptive. Yeah?
okay. Anyway, going back to the music, what's your biggest hit
What?
so far? Like on YouTube, Spotify, how do you
Let Me
tell?
Love You.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
love you.
yeah. You know, the one featuring "Let Me Love You." That one. So that's we're sitting at 900K on YouTube now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I think. Oh my God, I don't really check my stats, so I'm not sure what the
Yeah.
other one is. But
It's okay.
yeah.
Analytics can lie sometimes.
I hope so. I hope it's lying in the.
Lying as in like it'll sometimes get your hopes up, like I'm doing all right, and then
It's not.
yeah. It's algorithms for me. Like these platforms, they always change things up.
Exactly.
You never know what works. When you think it works, it doesn't.
They've
It
changed
changes
it
on
again.
you. Yeah.
So that's probably the biggest hit so far. Yeah. Well, definitely, hands down the biggest hit. We're hoping that it'll hit 1 million soon, but it's like honestly, at this point, I'm just like, whatever. You hit 1 million.
No, it
or
will
not,
hit a
you know.
mill. Cause like,
Yeah.
how long ago did you do that?
I think end of this year will be 2 years.
Okay,
Yeah,
probably one more year it should get a million.
definitely.
Are you monetized on YouTube?
The media crew that I partner with, Focus Media, they are monetized. And we
Okay.
sort of just have an agreement between us and stuff about
Nice.
how we split royalties and all of that. So,
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it's worked out really well. They've hit about 10,000 subscribers on YouTube now.
Ooh,
and
Focus Media, shout out to you.
Yeah,
Bro.
he's awesome. Danny's in
14.5, right?
Oh, nice.
14.5 what? Oh, yeah.
14,500.
You
Wow.
just quickly like.
Sorry, my bad. Like I said, I don't really check the stats that often.
No, but it's nice, like to see PNG creators, being monetized on Facebook. I mean, Facebook, YouTube, because YouTube is like a big platform, and it's worldwide, and to get to that standard and to hit that many views,
Yeah.
you've done something. You've done something right. You're onto something there.
Well, we've got plans next year to do a lot more because we're both into like media and we want to do something that like mini documentary series as well, and especially about you know, some of the issues that we're going through in East New Britain or in other parts of Papua New Guinea and stuff.
Ah,
So,
nice. Yeah.
yeah, it's all in the plan. I won't say too much because Danny's probably going to be like, don't, you
Yeah,
know, we're not ready yet. So, but yeah, that's all. That's all in the what is it? Pipeline.
Yeah, pipeline. Because like documentaries are pretty good. Yo, can you kill this one for me, please? Thank you. I really want to get into documentaries because it's more like what mainstream media has done has fucked us. You know, the image of Papua New Guinea in general.
Yeah, this is so
So-
true.
Being able to like show the positive side through documentary series. Honestly, every Papua New Guinean guy, you can record something, please go make a documentary
Yeah.
and post it on YouTube. Because
Exactly.
that's how we repaint the picture that was badly painted by the mainstream media. Because you see that, like going back to the VC thingy,
Incident,
they
yeah.
just it made BBC and it just went. Oh my god! And they were adding in the descriptive lies in like. Oh my
Yeah.
god. I guess they were waiting for that opportunity to like just
sad.
slash us down.
But I mean, if you think about it, like I personally believe, like this is basically, this is showing the beginning of the end kind of thing for us. We've got so many problems in our country, especially with the youth. You know, we've got a whole generation of people that are sort of like lost. I mean, you graduate year 8, there's nothing. You don't have mandatory school where you have to go and upgrade. Your parents have to fork out 10, 12. It's the same thing. Even university students. And our education system is designed for the academics. No offense to any academics
True.
out there, but like some students are practical.
Yeah.
They're not very good with maths or science, you know. They're good with a hammer or a wrench or something else. So we've got a big problem, and it's gonna get worse. I think it's gonna get worse. And if something's not done about the youths soon, yeah, we're gonna have a lot more of these incidents happening throughout the country.
Yeah.
Kokopo included. It's such a peaceful place, but now the crime rates have gone through the
recently I
roof.
heard like a lot of stories.
Yeah. So anyway, we
You know what? I think people are just hungry for something to do, you know.
exactly.
And when there's nothing to do, you know, they go out peer pressure. They do this kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know.
And then they lash out their anger because they don't know how to deal with it.
Yeah.
They're not educated, and this is why we're trying to do something like this so people watching will be like
Exactly.
to be more self-aware on your anger and to instead of go and beat someone up about it,
no.
you can probably ask yourself, oh, why do I want to do this? You
Yeah.
know, and then write it down or talk about it with your friends because like there's no one way of handling
Exactly.
And I think the problem is everybody has too much in their heads.
Yeah, oh, for sure.
And they don't know, like the voices are too loud.
Exactly. I mean, in the last few months alone, I was shocked. There was about 3 high school students, all between the ages of, I think, 16 and 19, that committed suicide in East New Britain.
Damn.
And that broke my heart. I was like, are you kidding? This is becoming a serious issue.
Yeah, it is. No one's keeping tallies on that, eh?
No, no. Exactly, we don't have one, and like you don't realize that it's actually a serious issue for the youths now because like there's not much opportunity. And then when I one of the things I always tell, like I will always be vocal about this is when I say education, I don't mean your pen and paper. I mean broadening the mindset. You know, we were blessed enough to have, seen the outside world and seen what things can be like. But a lot of people, in PNG, especially in the villages or the, small towns, even in Moresby, for goodness sake, it's a city. But they don't have enough of a broadened mindset to understand that this cycle that you're in is not the only way of life, And then someone comes in, Ombla Raskol man or Ombla Big man,
Yeah.
come na to, this is easy money. Let's go and do this. Of course they're gonna go because they're being shown another way of life.
Yeah.
No perspective, and it's sad. It's just like, bro.
They're just doing what's available to them
Yeah.
So if we can provide an avenue where they're able to, put themselves to good use and be more self-aware, be more
Exactly.
all of that things. Personal development is missing. It's not taught in schools. That's the thing.
Exactly.
Like, I didn't even learn half the shit that I learned outside of school. Like, I came outside of school and I'm like, what?
Why
the
didn't they teach me this?
Yeah.
What did, like, freaking.
Yeah, our
I
education
hate
system,
maths.
you're not
I'm
wrong.
gonna, like
It's
rag on maths, right?
Honestly.
What did algebra have to do with life? Sorry.
They should have been teaching us how to do taxes instead.
Yeah.
Exactly. How to save your money,
How
you
to
know?
calculate your take-home pay.
Yeah,
What are your
exactly.
benefits?
Yeah.
Who do you go to?
Like those sort of stuff, they don't teach you in school. Like none of it. I had to learn it on the first day on the job how to calculate my taxes. I'm like, shit.
Yeah,
What is this? Give me a calculator.
yeah, exactly.
Like, who do you go to if your boss is like stiffing you on pay?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, those are the life skills, basically.
Yeah,
You
life
need
skills, work skills. So I think like our education system was built on training workers,
Yeah.
and it was built around the time of the industrial boost. You know, so
And who introduced this educational system?
that's a good question. I actually don't know. Who?
I mean, like,
The white man.
No, wait.
There you go. Sorry, this is not supposed to be racist. This is meant to be like.
We're racist,
people-
okay? We are racist.
We can't be racist, guys. I'm half white. But like
think about it. They were the Australian government.
the colonizers, basically.
colonizers.
We'll say it like that.
The system that they put in was to like create like a population that was like easily, governable.
Yes.
And docile, manipulated, like easy to manipulate.
Yep.
So that they could like, eventually, I don't know, pass us off to someone else or
Yeah.
however they wanted to do that. But then they left too early and all the structures that they put in place,
Yep.
everyone just took it and ran with that.
Yep, pretty much.
Not knowing why they did that.
Yeah, I think that it was done in a way. It was done to sort of teach people not to question
Yeah.
authority, and you'll see that it's still very, very
It's
strong.
very strong today, honestly.
Yeah.
Like if a white guy walks into a place and say, "You sit down,"
Well, not really white only, yeah. Like if you think about it, if someone of authority comes
Oh, yeah.
in, like let's just stick to not color scheme.
I take back my words.
If someone of authority came in with a suit and tie and told you to shut up and sit down, most people would be like, wait.
Okay, who is he? Who's
And they
the
wouldn't
guy?
even question why.
Do I
They'd be
know
like,
him?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you sit down, okay, wait,
When-
Yeah,
not
exactly.
where do I sit down?
Yeah, exactly. So it's sad, but this is the way we've been conditioned. I mean,
Yeah.
I still do it sometimes, and then I walk away and I'm like, why did you do that?
Yeah.
You know?
Why'd you make me go back to my primal conditions?
Yeah, pretty much. Like honestly, it's like someone that seems a lot smarter than you, or
Yeah.
a lot more well off than you, or educated, to come in and
Yeah.
say, "Wait, no, don't do that. You got to go over here and do that,"
Mm.
and you don't even question, wait, why, or
Yeah, because like
the reasoning.
the main difference I see working in like the corporate environment is that these other people they can articulate themselves better. Like they
Yes.
can what they're thinking, they can say it out better
Yes.
than like most of us. So that's why we don't say shit. We just shut
yeah,
up.
true.
And because of the fact that we were taught like, I'm teacher, you're student. Shut up and listen. you know.
Exactly.
So that is how we were taught. So when we went to the workplace, it's like
Carried
it's not
through.
boss manager working together. It's like boss and worker. You just shut up
And
you
stay there.
take the
Yeah.
shit, take the shit pay, do all the hard work, all of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh no. Well, I think I've been blessed in the workforce. I haven't really had that.
Oh yeah, no. It's
Yeah,
I mean,
it's been
some workplaces.
smooth sailing
yeah,
so far.
it depends on the person. I think it's like how you work with people.
Maybe.
Yeah.
True. Okay. Maybe you're right.
Because a lot of people have different experiences at workplace, and what I find common is that depends on the person how they articulate themselves.
Yes.
If they can see that you are someone who can handle yourself, they won't bark. Like they won't like
True.
try to put you down. But there are some people who are just too nice or too submissive. They
Yeah.
they
oh
don't.
my
They're not
God.
assertive enough to fight for what
know,
they
that's
want.
Sad. That is very sad.
And like in terms of career development, there's a glass ceiling where like middle manager and then the big boss. If you want to talk to the big bosses, they're cool. They're like, yeah, man, just come, we'll just
Yeah.
chat, not whatever. And then the middle managers are like, they're the ones that are stingy. They're like, oh no, you can't go past me. Who are you? You know, like,
shit.
yeah, because they have this little ego thing going on for them, so they're trying to.
Damn, you must have had a rough work life, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm just lashing out right now. But yeah, going back to personal development. A lot of people need personal development. I think it should be taught in schools.
Definitely, for sure.
But
Definitely.
I'm glad that you're here. You shared your story. To the people out there, like to the women who might or may not be going through what you're going, what do you want to say to them?
This is the one question I hate, like in interviews and everything.
Yeah.
Because like, there is, everybody's journey is very different. But I mean, if there was one thing I could sort of impart, it's, try and focus on the positives. There's a lot of bad shit going down everywhere, and you could be going through the worst situation, but you gotta look for that silver lining. You always gotta look for it, and it's going to be there. It doesn't matter how faint it is. It'll be there. You just gotta look for it, and yeah, I guess just positivity.
True.
Gotta keep those positive vibes up, because there's no way in hell we'll survive in this world without it.
Definitely, honestly, positivity is so underrated because like you have a shit day, you just try to smile, just force yourself to smile. When you smile, it's like you'll feel like like a change. I heard that one time on a podcast, Mental Mindset, Rob Dial on Spotify. He has this small little bite-sized things like 5 minutes that he puts out every day.
Okay.
Rob Dial, you're not sponsoring me to say this, but anyway. I heard it on the bus the other time, and I was like, it's been like a dry spell for me in terms of like because I do freelance work as well.
Okay.
And I was feeling like doubting myself, and then I heard this podcast, and he is like, stop putting yourself in a place where like you have to dig yourself out all the time, like emotionally. So like try and find that silver lining and remain positive, because when you give off that positive energy, it's reflected back to you. So he told me one exercise to get started was, if you don't know where to start, just force yourself and smile. So I was sitting in a bus, and here's the funny part. I was forcing myself to smile, and then I locked eyes with the bus crew. The bus crew looked at me like, hey.
So he smiled
He smiled
too.
back at me. And then I didn't pay for the bus fare. So
Oh, there you go. See?
like he was just happy that I smiled at him. And then when I went down, it's like he shook my hand. He's like, "You go lost with the air, bro." I'm like, all right, give me cats. Like, so I made a weird way. I made a friend like in the bus.
And you made him smile
Yeah,
too,
I made
while
him
you're
smile.
forcing yourself to smile.
It was weird.
Oh, that's, I
It was
love it.
weird because we held eye contact for some time. It was like, oh, okay, look away, bro. Look
Yeah,
away.
that's kind of like, that's nice, but then it's a bit
Yeah.
like, yeah.
No, but it's like the point was, try to force yourself to be positive.
Yes, exactly.
If you don't feel it, just do it.
You got to. You really, really have to.
What's your any upcoming music we should look out for?
There's a lot. I have a lot of music, but now that I'm self-employed, it's a lot of money to put out singles.
True.
So I'm doing a few other projects on the side as part of my little business thing I'm starting up, marketing and management.
Oh, you're doing marketing and management now.
Yeah, pretty much, I
So
guess.
are you like managing artists or?
I'm the first artist I'm
Oh,
managing.
nice! Yeah, congrats.
But
Wow.
yeah, I've been talking to a couple of others, so I'm trying to pull them in, mainly talent management, but
Yeah, that's the thing, eh? Like
Yeah.
a lot of artists don't have managers.
yeah, and I feel so sorry, like, for a lot of these artists, because it's just like they have no idea, just absolutely no idea. So
Like it's like they have this thing that they want to do, but they don't know how to do it.
yeah, exactly. So I'm like, guys, we're gonna try and do this, and it's gonna be more beneficial for them than
Yeah,
me, sort
yeah,
of thing.
yeah.
So I don't know if I get in full time into that, I might stop doing music.
No, it does get hectic because once you manage a lot of musicians.
Well, I can't keep up with myself at the moment, so I don't know. I'm gonna handle a whole bunch of other artists.
Sure. I was actually thinking about going into that space.
Yeah, why not? Do it.
I'll try. Maybe.
I mean, you can do it. I might just quit and come sign up for you. Like, sorry, Daniella Morgan, just the Danielle artist is signing up somewhere else.
We'll talk more. I'll hit you up when I got my structure down.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. Thanks for coming on board. We appreciate your time here.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Thanks, guys.
All right, guys. Peace.
Bye.